Good morning. This is Pastor Lyn with Lyn United Methodist Church. Let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. Let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. I want to share with you this morning another passage from the Gospel of Luke, and you know those fun guys, the Pharisees. Jesus told this parable to certain people who had convinced themselves that they alone were righteous and who looked on everyone else with disgust. Two people went up to the temple to pray. One was a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood and prayed about himself with these words, "God, I thank you that I'm not like everyone else. I'm not a crook. I'm not an evildoer. I've never committed adultery. And Lord knows I'm not a tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give a tenth of everything I receive." But the tax collector stood at a distance. He wouldn't even lift his eyes to look toward heaven. Rather, he struck his chest and he said, "God, show mercy to me, a sinner." I tell you, this person went down to his home justified, rather than the Pharisee. All who lift themselves up will be brought low, and those who make themselves low shall be lifted up. The Pharisee in this story seems incredibly pompous in the way he talks about himself. To us, well, he would come off as annoying, self-absorbed, and a braggart. But to the people of Jesus' time, he was the epitome of a religious man. While Israelites were required to fast once every year on the Day of Atonement, Pharisees fasted twice a week to show that they were truly pious. Yet it really didn't mean anything to them. A Pharisee would put some ashes on his head and let everyone know that he was fasting that day. The Pharisees were exacting in how much they gave, measuring out even 1/10 of their spices to donate to the Lord. Yet they often gave for worldly recognition rather than from godly humility. Jesus even proclaimed that a poor woman who gave less than a penny gave more than all of the Pharisees combined, because she gave all she had, and without any fanfare. Finally, when he prayed, the Pharisee stood up and, well, you heard it read, loudly proclaimed his goodness so everyone could hear. Jesus denounces this kind of prayer, calling those who practice it hypocrites and pagans. God understands our motives. Christ was most aware of those who came to him with an understanding of their own brokenness and who no longer wanted anything but healing from illness or sinfulness. When we come to Christ with such humility, we bring an availability that enables God to heal us and make us pure. In what ways do you need to change your motives about prayer or about church and even about serving God? This is Pastor Lyn, Lyn Methodist Church. Have a blessed day.